Aftercare is the ongoing support and therapeutic assistance that clients receive from the Kusnacht practice after they've completed the residential stage of the recovery. Aftercare is vital to recovery because taking all the newly learned coping strategies and this new perspective on their own lives and implementing everything in your real life might be a challenge. And that's why we make sure that the clients have all the support they need during the first months and years of their recovery. Kusnacht practice offers them the opportunity to get new perspective on everything and reinvent themselves, change their own lives. And they return to old habits and old environments, their own family and social network. And it's really hard to return there as a changed person. You are facing both personal challenges and also pressure from your loved ones, from your family and friends to behave differently, to be different. And rebuilding your life, recreating everything in a healthy and harmonious way, it's sometimes very, very hard. On a practical level, aftercare involves extremely complex synchronizing of resources from the Kusnacht practice and locally at the client's residence. Members of the clinical team, some of the counselors are accompanying the client home for weeks, months, making sure that the client is able to cope with whatever challenges the client has at home. The client has the counselor with him as or her as a companion, as therapeutic support, and the counselor is our eyes and ears. The clinical teams liaise with the client, and this is just one tiny part of the support that we are offering because most clients remain in contact with us for remote therapy. We are organizing local resources, psychotherapy, complementary therapies, personal training, whatever the clients need. We have an extensive network of partners all over the globe that support us in doing so. We have therapists all over the globe. We can offer a wide range of psychotherapies and complementary therapies. We do, however, recommend that the clients return to Zurich for ongoing psychotherapeutic support because psychotherapy is a very delicate thing. And once you've established a very good relationship with someone, it's best if you keep that relationship. And most clients choose to continue psychotherapy with our psychotherapists remotely, but whenever they come to Zurich, they have face-to-face therapy. For clients, it's very difficult to reintegrate with family and social network because they've changed during the residential stage. They have a new perspective on their own lives, on the relationships, the stress sources, the risks. They're trying to produce changes, and we all have this resistance to change. That's why sometimes the client really wants to change, and there are certain things in the family environment or the social environment or in the career side of their life that conditions them to old behaviors and generates stresses that the client finds really hard to cope with. That's why aftercare is such an important stage where we really we can really see if the client has managed to use the strategies, the healthy lifestyle that they've learned in the residential stage and implement it there or not. Social functions are very challenging, especially at the beginning of the recovery when you go back home and everybody expects you to behave the way you behaved before you came into treatment. Your group of friends might expect you to behave in the same way that you behaved when you met them before. And if you are determined to maintain full sobriety and not to use any drugs, social functions can be quite challenging because you have to explain why your behavior changed. There is a lot of pressure on you to behave differently, and most recovering clients find them especially challenging. That's why there is a certain degree of avoidance with being very social at the beginning in recovery, because they don't know how to behave in social settings anymore. Diet and lifestyle are extremely important in aftercare. The biomolecular restoration program that we offer to our clients implies drastic lifestyle changes, and most clients understand the benefits of having a balanced diet and making healthy changes to their lifestyle. Ideally, they will be able to keep these changes as an integral and fundamental part of their recovery, and we are making sure that they can make this happen by sending our butlers on location with the client. Our butlers have not only the role of cooking for the client and maintaining the biomolecular diet, also they train the staff at client's residence, and they educate the client on how to select ingredients and meal size and meal plans. And by the time the butler returns to Zurich, ideally the client will be in full control of their diet and exercise regime. The continuing care program starts when the client is discharged from the Kusnacht practice residence and continues for at least 2 years, as long as the client needs our assistance. Usually in the initial stage, we recommend that the client goes home with the counselor. In some cases, if nutrition and lifestyle are very, very important for the client is advised to also take the chef, the butler, home. And the counselor and the butler assist the client in the initial stage to make sure that the client builds a structured schedule and a healthy lifestyle at their own residence. The counselor is not only there to support the client on location, but also to liaise with the whole medical and clinical team. It's our eyes and ears in the client's residence. The continuing care program evolves based on the client's needs. We have to be very open-minded and flexible about this. Most clients return to Zurich for 3-4 days every month, and during these 3-4 days they have a bit more freedom to architect their own program and choose the therapists that they really liked working with and the psychotherapists that they created already a relationship with. And then based on their needs, they either continue returning to Zurich for ongoing treatments, or we organize a whole network of service providers and therapists in their own country.